Reaction channels. You either love them or you hate them. Some people think that the personality of reactors adds to otherwise boring videos, while other people think reactors are nothing but dirty content rats. So in today's video, I'll be going over some of the best and worst reactors on YouTube. So yeah guys, let's just jump right into it. The first reactor in the bad section is SQC. Now by no means is SQC a bad at reacting. I actually think he has an entertaining personality that adds a lot to the videos he's watching. However, the reason SQC is still in the bad section is because of the types of videos that he watches. First of all, maybe I'm just watching at inconvenient times, but usually when I watch his Twitch streams, he's watching TikToks. And a lot of his YouTube reactions just consist of body cam footage. So even though I think SQC is a funny guy, I feel like his TikTok and body cam reactions just get repetitive after a certain point. The next reactor in the bad section is a reactor known as Jinx. And for those of you who don't know, Jinx is pretty much part of the reason that reactors had a bad reputation back in the day. For those of you who don't know, Jinx was a reactor who got popular around 2016. But the problem about his channel is that instead of doing his job and, reacting, he would just kind of sit there and let the video play. And eventually people would call him out since he wasn't really transforming any content, including iDub, so you may know made a content cop on Jinx before he deleted the series. If I remember correctly, after he was called out, instead of taking accountability, he just called everyone a hater if they disagreed with how he reacted to videos. And this lack of accountability obviously led to Jinx fading out of relevancy. This inevitably caused Jinx to stop uploading, and now I don't even know if his channel exists anymore. Like I tried looking his channel up and I couldn't even find anything, which is pretty unfortunate, but I can't say I felt bad because he was technically stealing content without adding anything. The next reactor in the bad section is the YouTuber Sniper Wolf. She's in this section because she has a similar problem to Jinx, but instead of being muted the entire time, she actually talks during her reactions, sometimes. The thing is though, when she does talk, she barely adds anything to the video and instead says the most obvious things you can say.
That actually kind of goes pretty hard. Kind of like, that's genius, write that down. Nah, remove that one. Leave the belly button uncovered. A little sneak peek. It's time to duel.
And she's like a worse SQC because she pretty much just reacts to TikToks. But since she doesn't really add to what she's watching, I don't understand why her fans don't just watch the actual TikTok app. But I mean, if you like it, I love it, I guess. And finally, the last reactor in the bad section is Hasanabi. And Hassan is in the section for one reason, it's because of this right here, his chair. You see, the first Hassan reaction I watched was this video right here, and I actually thought it was pretty entertaining. So I watched more of his reactions, and I noticed Hassan likes to do this silly thing where he'll leave in the middle of the video without pausing it. Now I realize he didn't just do this in one video, he does it in multiple videos. Like I get that when you're streaming for long hours, you're gonna have to piss eventually, but the least you can do is pause the fucking video. So yeah, that's why he's the last reactor in the bad section, also because he likes terrorists. Now, to start off the good section, the first reactor is D Chanel. Now, I might be a little young to watch her because she's like 40 or something, but she's definitely a very funny reactor, even if she is shady sometimes. And I actually like her content so much that she's one of the only YouTubers who had a Patreon that I actually subscribed to. I only subscribed for a month though because I'm broke as shit. I actually subscribed during the Drake and Kendrick beef because she put it behind a paywall, but I had needed to see that reaction. And D's Patreon was good, especially for the price. But for some strange reason, Patreon kept charging me money constantly on Cash App, to the point that I had to deactivate it and make a new account. Now I don't think this was D herself, and it was probably something on Patreon's end, which is still confusing to me, because I know for sure I canceled my subscription. But if it really was her, then damn, why'd it have to be me? But shit, get your bag I guess. So yeah, D makes some really good content, even if she is a scammer. Now the next YouTubers in the good section are Dwayne and Jazz. I was younger when I started watching them, so their first videos I watched were their SML reactions. And this was multiple years ago, around 2018, but I've been watching them since then. The cool thing about Dwayne and Jazz is that they have their own personal channels, so if you enjoy their personalities, you can watch them play video games. Mostly Jasmine, because Dwayne hasn't been streaming recently, but they both have pretty good game selection. When Dwayne was streaming, he would play a lot of Marvel Rivals, and Jasmine also played entertaining games such as Cuphead, and she even played Power World back when people actually played that game. So yeah, I think that Dwayne and Jazz are definitely some really good reactors, so you should probably check them out. And fucking finally, the last reactor in the good category is Fresh Cut Slim. He's a YouTuber I've been watching for a minute, and I actually started watching him back in 2019 when he was under the name Charmx. I remember he was showing his progress of his life, like when he showed himself moving out of his parents' house into his own apartment, which was a pretty big deal because like I said, he showed his progress on his channel. So he pretty much documented some of his failed endeavors, like when he made a book and a mobile game which didn't do well since he didn't advertise them on his channel. So it felt good watching him finally get his own place. However, one day Charmx would disappear, never to be seen again. Until he came back. Yeah, the nigga basically vanished for a few years and then came back under the new alias Fresh Cut Slim. And I talked about some of his early passion projects like his mobile game and book, but now he was working on his new passion, which was music. The reason Fresh Cut Slim is in the good category is because he remained funny. Instead of just sitting there, Fresh Cut Slim actually tries to make jokes that add to the entertainment of whatever he's reacting to. I actually went back and rewatched some of his videos he made while he was still known as Charmx, and they're just as funny as his videos today, so he's definitely stood the test of time. And the thing I respect about Fresh Cut Slim is that when he was still under his previous alias, he actually uploaded 2 last videos before he quit YouTube. In one of those videos he said he wanted to be forgotten, which I thought was ironic at first because he ended up coming back to YouTube. However, this video still remains true because in one of his more recent videos he said that when he was still under the name Charmx, He struggled with depression, so it's honestly fair that he wouldn't want to relive that and he wants to leave those memories in the past. And the other video he made is a video where he explains his Christian beliefs. The reason I respected this video is because there's obviously people out there that won't agree with his beliefs, but he still put them out there regardless, and I fuck with that. So yeah, I respect that he stood by his beliefs, and I respect that he wants to leave his Charmx personality in the past because it clearly wasn't a positive time in his life. So yeah, those were all the content creators that I consider to either be good or bad reaction channels. So tell me in the comments if you agree or disagree, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.